Hey everybody, welcome back to your favorite uncles on the internet. Uncle Amorous, this is Chit Chat number 62. I am your host, Uncle Andrew, and unfortunately today, I don't have Uncle Natty with me. Uncle Natty is currently dealing with a horrible tragedy of moving in with his girlfriend. So, I have to take the lead, but luckily, I had a backup plan. My wife.
Hello.
So I know you've listened to a couple of the episodes, but overall, we just talk about our week. Usually Nathan starts with, how's your week, Andrew? But unfortunately, I'm Andrew, so how was your week, Sabrina?
Pretty good. Went and watched a movie with you. It was a really good movie, actually.
What was the movie?
It was Bloodlines, Final Destination Bloodlines.
Final Destination Bloodlines. I've heard of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We watched it. Surprisingly, the first movie we watched that you haven't slept through.
I did sleep through Mickey 17.
Okay, but you slept through The Monkey, which is another movie you wanted to watch.
Yeah, but I caught the beginning and the end, so,
Yeah, but you missed everything else.
Who needs a synopsis? The monkey kills people. There you go.
But it's a good movie. You should have watched it.
Anyways, Bloodlines has reinvigorated my love for Final Destination as a series. I did not realize there was 6 films.
Yeah.
I knew about the racing one. I
That's
never even saw a release thing for 5. So that was definitely a shocker because it came out in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
I was alive in 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Been alive for like 14 years by then.
Yeah.
And I never knew it existed.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the ads for 4. But we were always like behind in times in the family too. So.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think?
I liked it a lot. I think it's my favorite Final Destination movie since we binge watched the other 5 last night.
Well, she watched 4, I watched 5.
Okay, whatever. I fell asleep partway through 5.
It was like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
So.
I will watch 5 though.
It was good.
Yeah.
I say Bloodlines is definitely my favorite, but 5 is pretty up there. I think 1's still always going to be the best, but then I'll go like 1, Bloodlines, 5, 2, 3, 4, in that order.
Really? I like Bloodlines, but that's because like every other one, 2, 3, 4, and 5, are all like supernatural phenomenons kind of thing. And
Right.
Bloodlines makes it seem more natural.
Yeah, like it's obviously still like an ominous force that can't be reckoned with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took away more of like there's like this entity or spirit following us, and more into like I don't even know how to. It's just
It
like
just happens.
Yeah, it's just like you see the clues.
Yeah. Because, like, in 1, the bathroom scene, like, the water just goes away, and then it's like he killed himself, but that's not it. In Bloodlines, it's just all natural.
I mean, there are obviously events that you don't just stumble into. Like, I've never known somebody to step on a piece of glass while a rake was falling on his lawnmower and get his face run over.
That, yeah. Well, like, the glass fell, broke, into the ice, like where they had the ice.
Right.
And then somehow his cup tipped over, the ice ended up in the grass, he was walking from the trampoline, cut his foot, the rake fell, like something made the rake fall over, and the rake turned on the lawnmower, which moves the lawnmower. I don't think a lawnmower will move it, even if it's on. But I don't know. I don't mow lawns.
I mean, yeah, there is like one kind that I know, but that's for like mowing golf course stripes. So,
Yeah.
I think like they've really mastered the suspense building. Like some of them are just like, oh yeah, like he just got hit by a bus, but with this one, it's like they give you like 50 different things, and each time you're like, this is it, this is what's going to get them, and then it's not it.
Yeah.
And it's like they hit you with a little twist. Like some of them you're like, oh, this is going to happen. And it kind of does, but like nothing was expected.
Yeah.
And I feel that 5 was the same way.
I don't know. I don't see that.
I mean, 2011 is still like shit CG years, but
Yeah.
It was still good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's ever going to be like a triple A rated horror film, but
I don't know, the only reason I wanted to watch it is because I seen the trailer for Eric's tattoo scene, and I thought he was gonna die there. But he was like the coolest character, and he wasn't meant to die.
yeah, broke one of the rules.
Well, I mean, you mess with death, and things get messy.
I did do some reading on it because
Yeah.
it has the big Skyview incident, and then you go through and you look at all these records and stuff, and you're like, you kind of get this idea, and I guess it was like an idea before the directors said anything, of like all the deaths are descendants of the Skyview survivors.
Yeah.
And the director said they're not.
Right.
But man, that would have been really cool, like, tie together.
Yeah, because I mean, like, in one of the films, are like, in Bloodlines, they were saying that everyone that death was after weren't technically supposed to be alive because Iris made it out of Skyview alive when she wasn't meant to, had a family.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying, is like, because Iris saved so many lives, it took a long time for Death to get back all the souls that he was looking for.
Yeah. I like the idea that Iris saved lives, and then everyone from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are from descendants of whoever made it out of Skyview alive.
Yeah, the way it was explained is it's just, everything is just its own incident. Yeah, it would have been really cool if they were like, yeah, everybody who you see in the previous movies was descendants of the survivors. Yeah. And it's like you're just watching as they slowly get picked off.
Yeah.
Until it finally can get to Iris and finish off the last branch.
Right. It's kind of weird the way they do it too. And I think it's kind of similar to Star Wars in the order of movies. Because, I mean, Star Wars released 4, 5, and 6, and then 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
But with Final Destination, they released 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Bloodlines. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 goes before 1, and then Bloodline continues after that.
Right, yeah, because she has notes all of them, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But Tony Todd's in them also.
He's not in all of them. He's not in 3 or 4.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, like, in the comments, various ideas and beliefs on what was going on. And then someone linked the video to the director. They had like a little interview.
Yeah.
And one guy was like, well, maybe they're not all related to...
But Tony Todd is related to some of them.
Tony Todd was there.
Yeah, Tony Todd helps them because Tony Todd was in the Skyview and was saved by Iris, so he kind of ties it all together in a sense. Right. But he wasn't in 3 and 4. But they were still doing the research on the previous ones in 1 and 2.
That was a complaint, actually, that I heard about that movie with him, or not him, but like in Bloodlines, like it's the book itself, the book that Iris has put together, like following everything. She figured out how to track death, essentially. And the complaint was like that book is their answer now, so like they think they know what they're doing. And whereas all the other movies, they kind of had to piece something together, like flashbacks from 4 or pictures in 3, stuff like that. And with this, just like, oh well, there it is. There's all your answers. Everything's
Iris was keeping track of everything, and she's seen the log track. Flight 180, all of it. I'm pretty sure the roller coaster was one of them in the book. I couldn't remember. So I do want to get and own all of the Final Destination movies on CD now.
They're nice. They're nice, and they're all constantly referencing each other too.
Yeah.
But
except 5. I don't think 5 references any of the other ones.
There were.
There were.
I mean, obviously the fucking log scene is.
That's an iconic. I mean, it does reference Flight 180, but that's at the end because that's after 5 takes place.
I mean, 180 was like one of their staples throughout the series too. Everything was 180. The restaurant that they worked in 5. I don't even remember. I was pointing them out to you as we were watching.
Yeah, as you were watching, you'd say 180. It was just...
The company that they work for is like 180 strategic shipping or something. I don't know.
Or something like that. I don't know. I know the directors, or whoever did the marketing for Final Destination Bloodlines, targeted log trucks for their advertisements, like, hey, Final Destination Bloodlines is coming out, and it was all on log trucks.
And I don't think anyone got splattered by a car or Bloodlines.
I don't think so.
Like, in almost every movie, somebody gets hit by, like, a bus or a truck or something big, you know?
Though Eric almost got hit by a car or something like that, because he was backing up another road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That might have been a reference to, like, we do this a lot.
We shouldn't have spoiler warnings. We're just spoiling the hell out of the movie.
I thought it was good.
It's a great movie.
There was complaints about, like, the actors and actresses are too dry. There's not enough backstory behind the character.
I will complain that we never know who Eric's real father is,
Mm-hmm.
even though they name drop him. Who is Jerry, whatever his last name was?
Right. Is that why you wanted to play catch? That was good.
Yeah. I like that movie a lot. It's gotta be my favorite right now.
I'm hoping that we might get some more.
We might, honestly.
It's just like without
Iris, Tony Todd's dead. You know, I don't know if they'll continue because
their only option, assuming that the ending is canon and not like another premonition, would be the kid's dad. He picks up the mantle.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like, everyone's gone. I need to figure
my wife,
this out.
my kids.
Like, what the hell caused all this?
Yeah.
Like, this is too targeted.
I mean, they could seriously keep dragging it on until someone figures out how to beat death.
Yeah, they could. And I think
I think it'd drag it out too long, though.
it was a unique thing, too, because, like, it started with a disaster, but the disaster was, like, 70 years prior.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, like, I just think they need to keep the ideas fresh in a way. Like I said, it's more of a complaint, if anything. Like, they hit everybody with a car. Like, every movie except for Bloodlines, like, somebody got hit with a car. It's like, that's a cheap way out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, there's other disasters that can happen.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, they kind of threw away
for one that happens on sea.
They threw their chance of a train away with the ending of 3. I mean, they could start a train, but I don't know.
I mean, they did bring the train back in Bloodlines.
Well, everything was back.
Yeah.
But, like,
they never did anything
they did
on the sea, though.
a plane crash that ended with France, and then they did a car crash, like a big old car crash pileup.
Yeah.
Which ended with a grill explosion. They did a roller coaster, which ended with a train crash.
Yeah.
Then they did a race thing, which ended with a car smashing through a coffee shop.
Right.
And then
The bridge.
Yep, the bridge collapse, which ended with the plane from 1.
Yeah. And then the
this
sky view.
The sky view, and then
Ended
the
with a train.
derailment.
Yeah.
Unless they wanted to use that train derailment as the start of the next thing.
Yeah. Actually, the train didn't kill them. It was the logs.
Right, but like...
Because a log truck hit the train and the logs came off the truck and killed the kids.
Like, if you go through everything, though, like they don't... Most of the... Like, if she ends up... Like, whoever the next premonition seer is going to be, like, they continue with this girl, or maybe, like, it's the kid's date to prom or whatever.
Oh my god, dude. What if it was like Smile 2 and whoever's seen it last starts it?
But, yeah, like, whoever sees the premonition, even if it's her dad this time.
Yeah.
Like, the way that you die in the premonition doesn't mean that's how you're going to die, because you survived.
Right.
So, like, someone could have, like, saved those two, or...
Yeah, they could have been like, hey, we should get going.
Yeah. I can see him keep going. Because they literally could start the next movie with that train crash.
I just don't see how they ran away from the train. No one can outrun that train, no matter how derailed and how slowed down it's gotten from hitting into houses.
Maybe like a ski lodge that has like an avalanche would be cool.
I want something on sea, like a boat.
Ooh, that'd be really cool.
But they have to be careful because it could be seen as a Titanic reference if it hits an iceberg.
Those go down all the time, G. And who says it's an iceberg?
Well, they could hit a bridge.
You know death works.
Yeah, death works in mysterious ways.
It's like there was a dead ladybug floating and it hit the propeller, which threw it into the engine block, which caused a wrench to fall into a stewing pot that ends up tipping over into the kitchen and lighting up the igniters. And
right,
I don't know. Like,
they'll knock some over. That'll start the whole thing.
No, but Bloodlines did a good job, like, kind of establishing a lore. Like, the rules to death have always kind of existed. They've changed a little bit here and there.
Right.
But they also are, like... It's kind of a call on the butterfly effect.
Right.
Like, each movie, it gets more and more obvious where, like... Because those, 7 people survived the plane crash in the first one, it caused everybody who was in 2 to end up in a scenario where they were all on the highway at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, I'm not entirely sure where that connects. But, like, the characters know each other from movie to movie.
Yeah. Can't remember who the second one is. I know Clear Rivers made it out alive. But I think she died
in 2.
Yeah, she died in 2.
So, yeah. It's like a rippling effect through time and Death's trying the best to just fix it in the most gruesome ways he can, apparently.
Yeah. That's how he works.
So, yeah, that was cool.
And yeah, it was a great movie.
Enjoyed it.
I did too.
Well, that being said, you know what else is going on lately?
No.
Phew. I have to open up the internet here. Because they made an announcement. This is more for me than anything.
An announcement?
I'm the Warhammer nerd.
I finished my first mini. It wasn't a Warhammer mini.
True.
Well,
there it is.
What is that? Space Wolf.
I own that book.
Yeah.
I own that model.
Yeah.
This isn't the one I'm looking for.
Okay.
It is Space Wolf related, though. So this would actually be like 2 weeks old by now, I think.
I couldn't tell you. UK English.
I know there's a way to search things here.
You mean that mysterious search bar you got rid of? Oh.
Let's see.
Oh, Grimnar.
Yes. April 28th. So yeah, it's been a little minute, a hot minute since they
Yeah,
posted this.
you've talked about Grimnar.
Can I read it?
No. Never.
And we're
There
in.
you go.
Yeah, they've finally released some new Space Wolves.
Woo.
Now, most of them are Terminator armor, so it's easy to ignore the fact that these are Primaris Marines.
Sure.
There is some box sets that came out previously. Those are currently on pre-order. So you can get, like, normal Primaris Space Wolves. But that doesn't matter because
Grimnar.
Logan fucking Grimnar.
Yes.
The greatest Space Wolf ever. He's better than Russ. 0 fucks given. I'll die on this hill. Probably will. Russ is stronger than Grimnar. But everything about Grimnar, all of his back lore, his stories, and just the way he leads the Space Wolves. I currently have a Grimnar. I have the oldest. There's 3 versions of him. I have the oldest one. I'd like to get a Santa Slay one at some point, and I'm definitely getting this one.
Do it up.
He's God, he's gotta be like 800 or 900 years old now.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, did they make him a Primaris Marine?
I don't know.
I don't see him going through the Rubicon, but he's always been in Terminator armor, so all they have to do is just up his armor, and he's still a Terminator at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And this is the heavier plate, like Terminator armor.
Nice.
Space Marine armor, yeah. He also comes with his wolves. I actually don't remember their names, but you know, they probably tell you.
I can tell you. Oh. Tyrannak and Fenrir.
Tyrannak and Fenrir. They're also based, like, somewhat off of, like, Vikings.
Yeah.
That's why they got, like, the runes and the wolf pelts and everything. And he's not overdone.
No.
Like, he's gonna wear a big cloak because he's the Great Wolf.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that maybe these Primaris Marines will sell me, because currently I will not put any Primaris Marines in my Space Wolf army. All my Primaris Marines are for the purple and blue army over there.
Yeah.
That's what they're for. They'll never go to my Space Wolves. Logan's gonna be a hardcore exception. Same with Ragnar, I have him too, and obviously he's a Space Wolf. But yeah, like all my old packs, I'm just gonna keep them Firstborn. But with them being Terminators, it doesn't really matter.
Right.
So anyways, beyond the greatest wolf, obviously we're getting Arjak Rockfist.
Sure.
Guy's a badass too. He's not as cool as Logan, but
Looks like he's got Thor's hammer.
I believe he built his own hammer. Yeah, faux
Looks
hammer.
like... No.
And he'd been using that thing before he was even a Space Wolf.
Oh.
He did live on Fenris, so he is a Fenris-born warrior. There's just something about what he did prior to becoming Space Wolf that made them like, yeah. So he's also like the personal champion of Logan Grimnar himself.
Yes.
Mean motherfucker.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's got 2 arm options too. You can have him throw it, or just,
Hold it.
carrying it along, yeah. And a Zhao Stormcaller.
I thought that was Rocket Raccoon from the back.
I have no idea who this guy is other than he's been in the Space Wolves for a long time. Any of the books I've ever read,
He's got a bird.
he's not really in it, but
Yeah,
he's
bird.
like the head rune priest.
Bird.
And he actually used to be in Terminator armor too, but it seems like they put him back in his runic armor for this new iteration of him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He
he's
has
like
burp.
essentially the top librarian of their Psychers. Rune priest, sorry. And then along with that, some Wolfguard, also in Terminator armor. I believe only Wolfguard can wear Terminator armor in the Space Wolves, so these are like the elites.
Mm-hmm.
The oldest,
He's got a minigun.
oldest, meanest men in the chapter, essentially.
Gotcha.
I like how they're adding like different ethnicities to Fenris. You know, they're based off of Vikings, so you just expect like pale Nordic-looking men.
Well, it's 2025, and you can't not.
I have Black Space Wolves in my army. That's just because this is the only army that was showing human skin at the time, and I wanted to try different skin tones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't like a mission, but I didn't see the problem with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, this one's got like a Fu Manchu.
He's also got some bushy ass eyebrows.
That is something that I've always agreed with, though, with some arguments of like the entire human species can't be white. And like by the time they were settling on these planets, this was like the year like 25,000. Like we weren't even experiencing that stuff. So like there's got to be different ethnicities just already going from world to world settling things. Like it's not just one type of people, unless the KKK managed to build a ship.
Yeah. Jesus.
But I don't think the Emperor would have allowed such a group to exist anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah. And like what I like about these guys is like I like Space Wolves. I like them having their unique iconography and pelts and stuff. But it's not overdone.
Right.
One of the biggest problems I have with painting Space Wolves right now is because they have so much shit on them. You can have a model read Space Wolf without being like absolutely covered like a furry, you know?
Yeah.
And this is nice. It's simple. Like he's got the necklace. He's got a little belt thing.
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
symbols. Those are transfers. It's easy. I can work around it. You know, like
Right.
the armor is your focal point here. Like, look
Yes.
how cool this fucker looks. So that makes me happy because like they really overdid it a lot with some of the older models.
Right.
Cool.
Cool stuff.
There it is. This is the new box set.
Holy shit, there's so many.
I missed the pre-order. Andrew's gonna see if you can get me one anyways. I was like, if you can, but you don't have to, like,
Right.
because I wasn't really gonna get one. I think it's $195 for this box.
Jesus.
You get the book, all the data cards, and every mini as well.
It's fair.
And then
Pre-painted?
no, they come in pieces like everything else. I have to make them look like that. There's a couple of units here. So obviously the new Blood Claws. Blood Claws are like the pups.
It's Wolverine.
The young bloods of the chapter. These guys just became warriors. They're between 30 and 100, maybe 150 years old. They're the boys. Young. They're the boys. And same thing, like, the reason I didn't like using Primaris Marines for them is because I didn't want to customize them to look like Space Wolves. I could do it, I just didn't want to. Like, I have all this old first gen stuff. Like, I'll just keep the firstborns as Space Wolves. And that's when I started rebuilding my original chapter with the Primaris Marines. These guys are going to be Primaris Marines, obviously. But it's the same thing. This is what fixed it for Primaris Marines with me. Everyone was generic. These guys just have little tiny details all over them. But, like, it's not overdone.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's got the skull, he's got his little pelt, there's like a tooth hanging off of his gun, like simple things. And their heads just read like Space Wolves. They got the wacky hair and little diamonds too. They make me happy because they read I'm a Space Wolf.
He looks like he's supposed to be an orc. Just his facial structure.
They look like they're supposed to be Space Wolves, but they're not overdone like the firstborn were becoming. Then the Grey Hunters. These guys are like 200 to 500. Let's put them up there. These guys. They all came from Blood Claws, but as these units would get chopped up and slaughtered and put to pieces, they take the remainder and build a Grey Hunter squad out of them. So these guys have lost friends, but they're like the veterans, quote unquote. So these guys only have pistols and close combat weapons. These guys get bolters, pistols, and close combat weapons. They're the big boys, the older brothers. Same thing, really simple little fetishes without just, a walking furry suit.
Right.
I really like how this captain looks too. Like, he's a little heavier because obviously he's the leader. But same thing with like adding the ethnicities, is they get to add different hairstyles as well too. So it's not just like the same bald-cutted white boy.
That's fair.
And new heads. I love having a variety of faces. You don't have so many people who look the same,
Right. But when they all look like they're in T60 power armor, it's not too hard.
Well, it's not T60 power armor.
I know.
This is actually Mark 10 power armor. A little different in this universe, but yeah.
Well, yeah, T60 power armor is, fall out.
I know. Now, if I'm correct, because I do my soft armor in black, I believe GW does theirs in silver.
Oh my god.
And then, of course, the new unit. These guys never existed prior.
Yes.
The head takers. Let's see. The Wolf Guard or chapter veterans. Oh, so they're just a Wolf Guard thing. Okay. Yeah, I guess they're just Wolf Guard, but they're called head takers.
Yeah.
They seem to all come with their own puppies.
Puppies.
Wolf Guard. So you can become a Wolf Guard at any age. It really just depends on your heroism and acts.
Right.
So these guys, if they're younger looking, are probably like they did something incredible that the Legion cannot forget because it was just that good. Or they've just been around a really long time. So same thing, and this is kind of follows how I believe Space Wolves should be decorating themselves too. People go crazy with everything, but like their honors, their fetishes, their pelts, they get heavier and heavier the older they get. Like it's like a show of your royalty or your power.
Right.
That's the way I've always thought it should be. Which is why a lot of my Blood Claws and Grey Hunters don't really have a lot of stuff on them. I'm saving all the cool shit for the older men.
Right.
Yeah, this is like dad on the battlefield. You get your battle leader. It's really he's a Wolf Guard battle leader. I thought he'd be like.
Who knows?
I guess he fills the duty as a lieutenant in the new edition. Alright. There's always been battle leaders, but they don't really run with a Wolf Guard squad.
Yeah.
And he's just like the dad of the dads.
The dad of the dads.
He's the grandpa. And then the Wolf Priest. These guys are like They're spiritual leaders, essentially. They have the power of the warp, but I forget what they call it, because space wolves don't believe in sorcery.
Right.
But they're also the healers as well, so they have like a healing balm rule that you can bring. You can heal your troops as you're on the battlefield.
Yes.
The greatest of them is Ulrich. This isn't Ulrich, but he's older than Logan, and he's been leading motherfuckers for a long time. Logan was like 700 before KDFL, so I assume he's probably like 800 or 900 now. So that would make Ulrich probably like 1,000.
Probably.
He's up there. Then you also get your supplement, your rules. And they didn't show you, but you get your data cards as well, so you have like everything is right in front of you.
Well, if they show the data cards, people are going to cut them and copy them, so they don't have to buy it.
You can get them for free, quote unquote, on the Warhammer app. It's
a Warhammer product.
Yeah, and inevitably you're gonna have to pay for it. But you can, like, if you end up with the book, you can download the code that comes in the book onto your app, and then you have them on your app.
Yeah.
Looks like salamanders. Some kind of guard or imperial or a Tau maybe. And imperial fists. If I had to guess.
I couldn't tell you.
Where we're at currently, I think all 4 of these are out.
They should be.
Yeah. So I think these guys are next. The Chaos Knights. They're big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
who knows?
I'm trying to get it to load, but it won't. That's because I opened the wrong thing. There it is. I ended up finishing a mini.
Me
finally.
Too.
I've been putting this guy off for a while, so I finally got him done. It's the Orc Beast Boss from Warhammer 40k. I ended up taking a bunch of things off of him. He's actually supposed to have like one more strap running up his torso that I cut off. He had 2 extra horns protruding from his back, and then the bird was supposed to be a gun. I was like, there's too much going on in this mini. Even when I got rid of all those things, it's still a lot.
Yeah.
I really don't like how I did the fur. But
it looks nice.
Yeah, I ended up cutting those back horns off, getting rid of the one strap on his torso, and I replaced the gun. I wasn't going to, but because he had that hole in the shoulder, I was like, I gotta put something here.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking pirate-like, which made me wish I had a little pirate hat for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been awesome. And then, yeah, I just put a little bird on his shoulder. Makes me want to build the Bad Ludas. Because, that's literally what our space pirate works. But you did one too.
I did do one. It's over on my desk.
My wife has joined me, and maybe temporarily, but we'll see where it goes.
I have 4 more minis sitting on my desk that need to be painted right now. And one of them is not so mini. That's Big Chungus.
It's a big chungus dragon model, inspired by the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yes. Though his tongue and 2 of his toes are broken.
Yeah, he ended up falling once, and his wings were fixed. I fixed his wings.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was missing toes, but I knew his tongue had snapped.
That's okay. I'll make it look like it was intentional.
Alright. I mean, I have my putty, so I could fix it.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Alright.
Looks like Nate put something in the chat yesterday.
Oh, Speed Freaks?
I don't know what that is.
Speed Freaks is a video game that we have on Steam. We played it 2 or 3 times. I think we put an episode or 2 out too.
It says it's coming out. May something or something like that.
So the way I was reading is, I think we had it on early access.
Probably. I think it's FREE.
It is. And it's
Oh, it's a Warhammer thing.
yeah. Yeah, so it's all about works. It's just, you drive various vehicles and go in all out work. It's another band of vehicles.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun.
We've only waited for 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Yeah, but still. Oh, it's updating Helldivers, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's officially on. It's been released officially. I've been playing it since early access, so it still says it's early access.
We said May 22nd or something in the chat.
Tomorrow, you're right.
Is it tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, it's down there on the recent events and announcements. Launches on May 22nd.
Look at that. Oi, lads, we's back. Full launch, yeah. Signifies a few major things.
British?
Everyone's British in 40k.
Oh,
We got a new publisher, Wired Productions. Hey, why does this matter? Well, with a publish switch upcoming, big changes on the way, meaning it's no longer free to play.
damn.
Which had most of its content behind a paywall. And instead is now a low price game that comes out with a majority of its content included.
Heck yeah.
Important note for players who had early access, you'll be getting the launch version for free. It's already in your library and will update to 0.1 on May 22nd. It's fucking A, so I get it.
Heck yeah.
It's always been free to play.
Yeah.
Which is, so.
So you don't even have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Fuck the new players.
Fuck the new players. Damn, dude.
There can be player-hosted matches with custom settings, including bots-only games if desired, private game functionality, a new free roam mode, fucking A,
Great custom races.
and removes a third-party pros account, which was previously mandatory. Oh, I wonder who that was through. Plenty more to be revealed. Now to finalize the conversion of moving the game away from free to play, we need to take it offline for a couple days. So Speed Freaks will not be available to play from Tuesday, May 20th until Thursday.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't want to play it yesterday, today, or...
Yeah. When the game launches, version 0.1, we apologize for inconvenience and it's a necessary step forward. Meantime, we hope you had a wonderful weekend. All right.
$15.99. Yeah, that's cheap.
Cool. That's really cool.
Heck yeah. At least you get it for free.
I know.
That's
Perks.
$15.99 that you get to save.
Perks. I couldn't have refunded it if I wanted to. Anything over 2 hours of play.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
Nate loves orcs. All of his models are orcs, for the most part. He has a druid army for War Machine. Yeah.
Yeesh.
I'll have to see about getting up and playing with
Tomorrow.
Well,
The release is tomorrow. You can't play it tonight.
right. It's just like, I don't know if I'm going to play video games tomorrow.
Well, I don't know. Tomorrow's gonna be a day for sure.
So, I think that's it.
I think so. I turned 24 on Monday.
Hey, happy birthday, baby.
Hell yeah. Get to watch Lilo and Stitch
Yeah, we're
live
going.
action.
It's going to be great.
Yes.
So,
Wait.
yeah, next time we'll have to talk about that movie.
Heck yeah.
Alright. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Adios.
Like, subscribe, blah, 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 blah.